We've all been sold on the magic number, right? 8 hours. Get your 8 hours of sleep and you'll be unstoppable. But what if that promise is, well, kind of a lie? For a whole lot of us, it's starting to feel like a total deception. You know the feeling. You do everything right. You go to bed on time, you clock a full 8 hours. And yet, when that alarm goes off, bam, that heavy, groggy, did I even sleep feeling hits you? If this sounds painfully familiar, trust me, you are definitely not alone. And this is not just in your head. Sleep experts hear this exact same thing all the time. Dr. Sonia Schutz from the University of Michigan Health calls it unrefreshing sleep. And yeah, it's a real, recognized medical phenomenon. It's the super frustrating reality that the hours you spend in bed don't always equal energy in your tank. And just look at how widespread this is. According to recent Gallup polls, something major has changed. For the first time ever, a majority of Americans, a whopping 57%, are now saying they'd feel better if they could just get more sleep. We're not talking about a small fraction here. This is most of us. This is a massive flip. Think about it. Just over a decade ago, the situation was the complete opposite. A majority of people felt they were getting enough sleep. Today, that script has totally flipped. We've gone from a nation that felt pretty rested to one that is just desperate for more shut-eye. And this isn't some new problem that just popped up. Oh no, it's been brewing for decades. Just look at this timeline. Back in the 40s, nearly 60% of Americans were getting 8+ hours. By 1990, that number got chopped in half. And today, we're down to just a quarter of us. We are sleeping less, and we are feeling worse about it. So what on earth is going on? All right, our first culprit is a big one, and it's happening inside our own heads. We're talking about stress. It's the ultimate inside job, a silent thief that completely wrecks our sleep, even when we're trying our best to rest. And the connection between stress and bad sleep is just undeniable. Gallup found that among those people who want more sleep, a massive 63% also say they're stressed out all the time. The two go hand in hand. Stress ruins your sleep, and then a lack of sleep makes you even more stressed. It's just a horrible, vicious cycle. So, how does this actually work biologically? Well, it all comes down to a hormone called cortisol. Think of it as your body's built-in alarm clock. It's supposed to spike in the morning to get you up and going, but when you're chronically stressed, your cortisol levels are just stuck on high. This completely messes with your natural sleep rhythm, keeping you in a lighter sleep and preventing you from getting that deep, restorative rest your body is screaming for. But here's the thing, this stress isn't being felt equally. The data consistently shows a gap, with women reporting frequent stress way more often than men. In 2023, you had 53% of women reporting high stress compared to 45% of men. But check this out. This is where the story gets really specific. If you look at the trends since 2007, you can see that while stress is up for pretty much everyone, the increase has been absolutely astronomical for younger women. We're talking a 23-point jump. That is a huge surge, making them one of the most stressed and, as a result, one of the most sleep-deprived groups out there. Okay, so besides the stress that's going on in our minds, our modern world is just jam-packed with external things that are working against our rest. Let's dive into these modern sleep saboteurs. Let's start with that glowing rectangle that's probably within arm's reach right now. Studies show young adults are spending, on average, nearly 5 hours a day on their smartphones. And all that screen time is directly and strongly linked to poor sleep. Here's the science behind why. Our screens blast out a specific kind of light called blue light, and this light basically tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. It does this by hitting the brakes on melatonin. That's the key hormone that tells your body, hey, it's time to wind down. So yeah, that late-night scrolling is literally sending your brain the completely wrong message. And then there's our work life, and it's not just any old work stress. Researchers have pinpointed a specific kind they call job strain. This is that toxic mix of having really high demands put on you, but having very little or no control over how you actually do the work. Long-term studies show this is a major predictor of chronic sleep issues. And here's a saboteur you might not expect. What's on your plate? A recent study found a really strong link between eating a lot of ultra-processed foods and having a much higher risk of chronic insomnia. So all those convenient meals we lean on when we're stressed and tired, they could be making our sleep even worse. Okay, so we've covered a bunch of reasons why we're sleeping less. But this brings us back to our big question. Why does a full 8 hours sometimes feel like absolutely nothing? The answer is all about the crucial difference between the quantity of your sleep and its quality. Let's break this down. Quantity is simple, right? It's the number on the clock, 7, 8, 9 hours. Quality, though, is the real game changer. It's about what actually happens during those hours. Are you smoothly cycling through the deep, restorative stages of sleep? Or is your sleep shallow and constantly interrupted? You can easily get plenty of quantity with really, really poor quality. So, what does poor quality sleep actually look like inside your brain? Well, it could be a lot of things. Maybe you're not getting enough deep sleep. You could be having what are called microarousals. These are tiny awakenings, so short you don't even remember them, but they pull you out of deep rest. Researchers have even seen awake brainwaves literally intruding on deep sleep patterns. All this stuff just chips away at your rest, leaving you totally exhausted no matter how long you were in bed. So that's all the bad news. But here's the good news. You are not powerless here. Most of these problems are things you can actually do something about. You don't have to be stuck in this exhaustion cycle. It's time to build a real, actionable toolkit to reclaim your rest. Maybe the most powerful strategy is to create a buffer zone before bed, a solid 30 to 60 minutes just for winding down. Step 1, disconnect. Put the phone down. No screens, no work emails. Step 2, avoid things that mess with sleep, like alcohol or a big meal. Step 3, do something that's genuinely relaxing to you. Read a real book, do some light stretching. And step 4, make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. And just remember, a great night of sleep doesn't start at 10 p.m. It starts the moment you wake up. So think about your whole day. Try to wake up around the same time to set your body's clock. Get some sunlight in the morning if you can. Move your body during the day. And manage your inputs, right? Cut off the caffeine after noon and try to deal with anxious thoughts during the day so they don't follow you into bed at night. The whole point is you have more control than you think. You don't need to completely overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start with one thing. Take a look at these common sleep thieves, the late night scrolling, the stressful work emails in bed. What's the one thing you can realistically kick out of your routine, starting tonight?